Welcome to another episode of a Simply Put podcast, a place where we discuss the news surrounding the world of entertainment that interests us this week. And of course, my name is Micki Angeles.
And I'm Fred Niones. So in the meantime, in between time, let's get this podcast started.
And to get this started, Sony Pictures released a Red Band trailer of their new comedy Sex Tape, starring Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel, where a married couple wake up to discover that the sex tape they made last night has gone missing, and that leads to a frantic search of its whereabouts. So we saw this. It came out today. I saw. Yeah. Actually, was watching it during work, so I couldn't get all of it. But then we watched it again before we came in here, and it looks pretty good. I wasn't really a big Cameron Diaz fan. Just because she hasn't really been. Not only did she not put that much things out recently, but also, I don't know. She just wasn't good in the things that she was in, such as The Counselor wasn't that good, and she wasn't good in it. So, but the thing is, I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it's because probably Jason Segel's in it, and I trust his comedy.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be good. Plus, the bald guy that was in it. What's his name?
Rob Corddry, I think.
Rob Corddry, who was also in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's funny. Hilarious.
And he was also in Semi Pro as the boyfriend. Yeah. Yep. He was funny too.
So he was funny there. Rob Lowe's in this movie. He was
doing
hilarious.
coke. He's
coke. Just so funny.
Yo, that's so funny, man.
Rachel Mann, is that her name? Judd Apatow's wife.
Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann's in it. I think that's Corddry's wife. I guess that's what she plays. And I guess there's a secretary character that looks pretty hot in this as well.
I didn't see her.
You didn't see her?
No.
Did you like the trailer?
I like it because it's very modern. Because adults that age not knowing the technology and screwing it up. So looks like it has a lot of funny gems in it. So I'm definitely gonna give it a watch. I'm a big fan of Jason Segel because of his work in How I Met Your Mother and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So yeah, definitely a funny guy. So hopefully he shines in this.
I had a pretty funny joke about how the sex tape was 3 hours long.
Oh yeah,
it was it was the same running time as Abraham Lincoln.
So you did a full Lincoln.
You did a full Lincoln. That was a freaking pretty
that's
joke.
Funny.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. I suggest you guys go watch it. It's already out on YouTube. It's from Sony Pictures.
Oh, and there's a Red Band trailer too. So there's a lot of cursing. In it. So it is an adult comedy, which I like, because the 17 and under comedies are really just there for.
Well, that's cool too, because I feel like it's gonna be a rated R kind of comedy. Yeah. Just the way, This Is the End is.
Yeah. So bringing that 90s, late 90s comedy back.
And you also get to see. You actually get to see it in the trailer. You could pretty much see the Cameron Diaz nipples.
Yeah, I like her. I like him. I like him a lot.
Something we missed last week was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The way it's wrote, it's from their home in the storm of the sewers of Manhattan, 4 ninjutsu trained turtles, Leonardo, Raphael, Micki Angelo, and Donatello, and their sensei, Master Splinter, battle evil this year on August 8th in the Nickelodeon and Paramount Pictures reboot of A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what? You started off, because I have a few things to talk about it.
I'm not a diehard fan. I guess I'm a fan of it because I've watched the 80s cartoons when it was rerunning on Sci-Fi and Channel 11 back in the day. I watched their live action one in Fox Kids. I was a big fan of that. I watched their 2003 cartoon. So I'm going to check this out. I like the design for the turtles. It's better than the live action one because I like, they look rubbery. Well, this one, the CGI really is helping it go along. I don't know how I feel about the trailer right now because it was just a lot of flat, fast images, so you can't really get a good look. But am I going to check it out? Yes. So Megan Fox is in it. I guess that's a good thing. If you're a fan of her, if you're not a fan of her, I guess you should stay clear. But they have a lot of good actors in it. William Fetcher, fantastic actor. You might have seen him in Armageddon as the NASA pilot. So he plays
a good villain. Just his look. His look is very villainous.
But I think they did copy the Amazing Spider-Man story-wise. How the evil company did make.
We talked about
the TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm gonna check it out. We still didn't get a look at Master Splinter yet, so I guess
Yeah.
the rendering for that's not done. So I'm gonna wait and see, but I'm definitely gonna watch the movie.
If you look through the internet, it's very polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, taking it just as a teaser trailer, I thought it was pretty good. I actually liked it, to be honest, and it's something that I'm really excited to see. See, just everybody's kind of worried just because it's like a Michael Bay produced film.
Yeah. Oh.
And see, I don't know. I also like the third Transformers installment.
Me too.
I wasn't like, I didn't think it was that bad. Obviously it's a Michael Bay Transformer film.
So explosions, explosions,
and that's cool. But like, Michael Bay is a proven director, so I feel that
his formula works. He's gonna make money. So
all he's doing is producing this.
I've seen some of his production movies.
Yeah, and like
the remakes of the horror classics.
If I was gonna be worried about it, I would be more worried about that this is the director's first film.
Oh, Jonathan Lesbin?
Something like that, yeah. And that's what we should be more considerate about. But I'm super excited about it. The problem is, just by judging the trailer, it looks like it's trying to be two things. It's trying to be, it starts off trying to be the initial Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book, which was much darker.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, grittier.
A lot grittier, and predominantly it was like a black and white, and all turtles had a red mask. And it was pretty violent too. See, I was past that age. I didn't really read those comics, but like you, I did watch all the cartoon in the 90s, and I also watched all the live action movies.
Me too.
So just judging it just by what it is, it's the first look at what we got. It looks pretty cool. Megan Fox, I don't know, whatever. She was bad at and she's actually in this other like very indie with Simon Pegg called How to Lose and Alienate Your Friends.
I saw the trailer for it, but I never watched it.
It was an indie film that I saw, and I actually resaw it again just because it's on Netflix.
Oh, it is?
And
yes. I know what I'm watching.
Like, that movie made me like Kristen Dunst and hate Megan Fox even more.
Oh,
so
yeah, Kristen Dunst is a good actress.
So I gotta go, whatever. It's a good trailer. I highly suggest us just hold our reservations for a movie that's what,
couple months away,
4 months away.
Yeah.
So let's reserve our reservations on it, and take it for what it is. We're gonna get a better trailer sooner down the road. We still haven't seen Master Splinter. I know people are worried about the story and everything, but to me, as long as MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice do the soundtrack, I think we'll be pretty good.
And Big Daddy Cool Diesel as Super Shredder, of course.
That's right. That's right.
So all the wrestling fans out there, yes, he was Super Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. Spoiler alert.
And also, just a word of advice for anybody listening is, if you have time, late at night, just like I did a few days ago, YouTube, just write down Kevin Nash shoot, and just watch all his shoot interviews. He is probably one of the funniest guys I've met.
Oh, yeah, I heard he goes in on people, right?
And the things like that he spills, like the true stories he had about like life on the road and how the Click actually really started the Attitude Era and things like that. Like I'm not into wrestling as much anymore, but like learning about the things that I did watch, about like what happened, like how did it really happen, the Montreal school drop, how did that really happen, and how everybody hates Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And not just for doing it, but just being a bitch. But yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta bleep that one out. So anyway, Angelo, we saw 2 movies the past week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with what I feel is the good one, which is Noah.
Yeah, me too.
Darren Aronofsky, and Russell Crowe, Emma Watson, Ray Winston,
Jennifer Connelly, Logan Lerman.
See, you know all that. I don't know the.
But I don't know the last 2 sons' name. Yeah, and Anthony Hopkins, the great Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins is, oh my god, Anthony Hopkins is one of those guys like Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart. I think I got that. It's Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
He could play like those kind of roles. I'm sorry for the vibration. That was my phone.
We are live.
Yeah. Uh, I'm still learning how to edit, so this is gonna come off. But anyways, um, before I get to my review, Anthony Hopkins, I feel is like one of those guys who's still in love with acting.
Yeah.
He's gonna take any role that he could show off.
Yeah.
You know, remember this guy was Hannibal. You know,
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
And Marvel getting him was a big
It was
statement
amazing,
as
and
well.
I feel like he wants, and Anthony Hopkins does want another Thor. He just wants to play the cool grandpa.
Oh yeah, that's
or
true.
the cool growing old dad, and I loved him in this film. But okay, I'll get into my review. But we're gonna try to do this in three parts. We're gonna give you an overall view, likes, and then the dislikes, and maybe any closing statements we have. But overall, I like the movie. The story was amazing. If I came into it with an open mind. You know, I watched it on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not the most religious guy, but you just have to have an open mind and understand that, you know, you have, as a filmmaker, you do have to take, you know, a certain liberties. Just like, you know, all you comic guys, you guys always want people to stick to source material, but sometimes it's better off if you just give it to the hands of the director, especially a director like Aronofsky, and just let him take it. One, it's definitely an Aronofsky film with great visuals. The story was good. A little slow in the beginning, 20, probably like 20 minutes long in the beginning. But when it gets good and going, it's amazing. Great storylines and different levels. You know, you get the good against the bad. You get some of the biblical, historical aspects to it. And also, in all his films, an underlining message about how to make things better. To me, this was more like of how we treat not only others, but how we treat the planet. It was like,
definitely,
it was a great story about in different levels. Overall, what did you think about the movie?
I loved it, man. It wasn't. I wasn't watching it. I felt like I was going on that journey, because the way Aronofsky shoots his films is like he's taking you to this place, and you're just watching it right there, like front row and center. The character development was great. The different um, attitudes of the characters was done perfectly. I like the theme of the brutality of man that's showcased throughout the film, and Noah accepting sometimes that's what humans do, because we're capable of anything. And I love the visuals, the Watchers. I guess they were the fallen angels that came to Earth. I like to think that it wasn't a Bible movie. If anybody think it is a Bible movie, it's not religious at all.
But it was kind of Bible epic.
Yeah, it was an epic fantasy with Bible tones. What directors are now doing with comic book movies.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like how Captain America 2 is a political thriller with comic book characters. This is a fantasy epic with biblical characters. And the way he did it was fantastic. I want to watch this in IMAX, so I gotta watch it.
All right, since we both are pretty much infatuated with the great Aronofsky, not only that, but also the great Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, he carried that fantastically.
Let's end this on high notes. So let's start with the dislikes. What did you dislike about it?
I guess it was,
if you could like nitpick it, because it's not a flawless film.
Yeah,
but it was like a solid 8 film for me. So like, what was a dislike of yours?
I guess I don't know, man. I guess it was kind of too long. Maybe like if we cut maybe 10 minutes, it would have been not as exhausting after watching it. And then I guess the beginning was very slow because it was introducing everybody, and then you see where they are later in life. But I think that's about it. And maybe I guess they should have did a better job at portraying the older son of his conflict with his father. It just sort of happened in the movie, so I guess they should have done that a little better. But other than that, I can't find anything wrong.
Yeah, that's it. It's really a solid movie with its flaws and everything. You know, like we were talking about, it is a little bit slower in the beginning, but like the placement of like the dream sequences.
Oh yeah, the visions.
To like, you know, are these like, to me, the way I looked at it was, at first when I first saw the dream, I was like, was this like a dream or was this a foreshadowing? And see, and it's not really a bad thing. It's just, I think the only thing that was really bad was I think it was a little bit too long.
Yeah.
But I feel that you know what, I'm just gonna sit to the good because I didn't really see that much wrong with it. Um,
and I love how they
a lot of
highlighted
wrong,
the green.
A lot of wrong happened in the film.
Yeah.
But as far as a production, it wasn't like, other than the time, I think it was pretty good. So forget it. We're gonna go straight to the positives. So this is what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start off with the performances by Russell Crowe, who everything was on his shoulders. He was basically throughout the film his thing. Then comes probably one of the best performances from Ray Winston as the villain character. Cabo Kane, son of Kane.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much one of the most despicable people in this entire film. And that's what he plays.
But he played it like, I'm right.
And that's the thing. And
you know what I'm saying? The duality of that is done.
That's what it's about.
Brilliantly.
It was about like everybody is right in their own mind.
Yeah.
Because even though I hated the Ray Winston's character, when he was speaking to, I'm not trying to give it. Damn, I don't want to give too much away. But when the way he spoke to Ham. The way he spoke to Ham, Noah's son, the ideology of what he was saying could be interpreted in such a positive light.
Yeah.
But since the guy was evil, it wasn't as... It was like, it didn't carry that positivity on it. But then again, when you look at the way Noah said it, it's light. But then if you really look at it, sometimes it could get a little bit more obsessive.
Yeah.
So the way, Angelo was saying, it was a duality. Just like in his dreams, it was a duality. Was it a dream or was it a foreshadowing?
Yeah.
Just the way, like, if you want to go to the religious aspects, the way Moses saw the burning bush. Like, did he see a burning bush or did he see like something inside of it?
Yeah. Open to interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. And before I switch it to Angela, I gotta say, I'm gonna go back to it. Anthony Hopkins, his role wasn't as big, but his performance was very good performance. Though his look, even when Jennifer Connelly's character goes up to speak to him,
that was heartwarming.
Like
heart wrenching. I mean,
when when the camera goes to Anthony Hopkins, and he doesn't say anything, and he just goes, "Huh," and that's it. I was like, amazing performance. So, Angela, like, I know we talked a lot. What are some of the other positive things that you liked about this movie?
I like Emma Watson in this.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about it.
You see her full range as an actress. She's growing as a woman in this industry. She's becoming great. This is like her first major production, other than the Harry Potter films. Mm-hmm. And this is her.
Yeah, this was a big budget.
This is basically her as an
adult. This is Darren Aronofsky's also first big budget film.
So like, you have an Oscar-nominated director with this actress, and she pulls it off. You see her become a woman in this. She gets pregnant. You know, that's part of the story, but I can't spoil anything more. But the way she played her character was brilliant. You felt her pain when you needed to feel her pain.
Yeah, and even in their last scene together with Russell Crowe, it's like she was just profound. You know, like you felt every emotion with every character.
Too bad the Oscars came already. She should have been nominated.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies. I don't want to say they're going to nominate her for this year, but there's a lot of movies coming out that's probably going to have, well, I'm hoping some pretty mean performances. But from a great, I don't know, what was this? Maybe like a 15 billion minute speech of Noah. Definitely go see it. Definitely worth the price of admission. Angelo says he's going to see it again in IMAX. Yeah. Probably will. Crazy thing. Before we switch on to the other movie that we saw. We went to the one by me, the movie theaters by me, the AMC Fresh Meadow 7. Yeah. Usually when the movie comes, they shorten the screen a little bit. Yeah. They didn't with this one. Yeah. This one, they gave you the full screen.
And when I watched it, they only showed like one trailer, I think. And they went right to the movie.
Exactly. Yeah,
so me too. I guess that's why they did it, because it was so long.
Yeah. And it, see, I guess that's 10, me more 20, because it did drag on a little bit in the beginning.
So if you're going to watch this movie, watch it where a seat reclines like Fresh Meadows, because it's a very long movie. You know what?
And also, didn't you feel it was kind of like two movies? Like, it was 6 acts, 2 movies. Mm-hmm. You got Noah. See, I don't want to spill the end.
You
But
got
the
Noah.
first
Yeah,
the first part is obviously the arc.
yeah. The arc.
Then the second movie, I don't know if you're catching where I'm coming.
Yeah,
Was like such a different tone. That's why like
yeah.
all these emotions started coming out. You really got to watch the movie to understand what I'm trying to say without spoiling it for you.
I think the first, like you said, the first movie was the more philosophical looked at it, and then by the time they fast forward, I think 8 or 10 years when the arc is done, is like the epic movie where a lot of action sequences. They get trapped in the water, and then it starts slowing down again, building up to that climax, and then the ending.
You gotta definitely give it a shot. All right,
2 thumbs up for me.
So let's see if you can figure out what this next movie was.
Oh my god.
In a world divided by factions based on virtues from Avatar The Last Airbender, Shailene Woodley learns she's divergent and won't fit in. When she discovers a plot to destroy Divergence, Triss, her character, and the mysterious Four must find out what makes Divergence dangerous before it's too late. So that's, I took my own liberties on writing the plot synopsis of it, but we did watch Divergent.
Yeah. Sadly.
Don't take my sarcasm as anything. Listen, I'm not the demographic for this movie.
Me neither.
So, but I don't know. Can I see this working? Maybe, but not in like a Hunger Games fashion.
Nah, no way. Or a Harry Potter or not even Twilight. And I hated the Twilight movies.
Like, and come on, Shailene Woodley, Maggie Q, Kate Winslet,
Miles Teller.
Well, I'll get to Miles Teller later.
I like him.
Ashley Judd. Even though the movie sucked, things I would still do to Ashley Judd is freaking amazing.
And Kate Winslet.
Yeah, I said Kate wasn't. I don't know if I probably would. Who's the father?
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz was in it.
Also,
who's the father's name?
I don't know.
Very familiar actor. I gotta double check this. I'm sorry we didn't do a fact check.
I think the father was. I don't know, man.
But he's a very familiar character, familiar face. I don't know the heartthrob's name. But anyways, Angelo, overall, what did you think about the movie?
Like you said, I wasn't the demographic for it. I wasn't the demographic for this, like you said. I didn't like it at all. I went with a friend to watch it. She read the books, actually. She said it was just bad, the way they did it. They had a couple of gems where I think they should have concentrated on the movie more from the book, but I guess they wanted to go with the teen love angle because that's what's in right now for that demographic. I hated the soundtrack, man. It didn't make any sense.
I didn't mind it, actually.
It didn't make any sense.
That's one glimmering signs of hope I had of it.
We're in a dystopian future. Where it's
dystopian.
Dystopian future. I'm sorry. Dystopian future where everything's messed up. They're in a cage city. And then you have, like, pop emo playing in the background for the action sequences. I didn't get it, man. And the script was bad.
The script was horrendous.
They underutilized their fantastic actors throughout. The movie was too long also. Just bad, man. It's definitely going to win at the Razzies this year.
All right, so Divergent, to me, is a mix between the Twilight love story, the dystopian future government of Hunger Games, and the quote-unquote, well, it's not even taking it from it, but it's trying to use, like, the values to all my geek fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And
reboot.
I'm talking about more of the animated series. Yeah. It had basically all these. When you're born, at a certain age, you're gonna have to pick what you are.
At 16, I believe. At
16, and basically, divergents are those who can be in multiple fractions. Yeah. There's the agricultural, there's the law, there's the honest, which are probably like. Honest is the lawyers or something like that, right? Yeah. Then there's the knowledge seekers. Yeah. Then you have those who help the helpless, which become the government because they are helpless. And then of course you get the other fraction, is like they're the protectors. Yeah. I'm not gonna go with the names because you know what? I don't care. I didn't care enough to figure out what the names are, and I don't care. I'm just telling you what they do. So basically, Shailene Woodley's character is able to go to multiple ones. Angelo was telling me that anything more than 2 is a divergent. Yeah. But whatever.
No,
I don't care.
Anything more than one is Divergent. What makes her special?
That's the thing.
She could do 3.
He has to go to the book to tell me that.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, they didn't say it in the movie, so I didn't understand it. So the reason I didn't like it was because it's called Divergent. So you watch the trailer, it makes it seem that Shailene Woodley is something special, right?
And she's not.
And then you find out she's special because she's divergent, but then you go to the movie. There's like multiple people who are divergent. It sounds like I'm saying diversion, but
it was bad, man.
And like I don't know what else to say about this movie. Overall, it was not my cup of tea.
But is it a good date?
But then
movie,
again, to be honest, I would rather watch Twilight. Because there's nothing like funny I could say about this. Like Twilight was to me, I hated it, but at least I could say funny things about it. But to me, Divergent, there's 3 things I took away from it. The first thing I took away from it, we're not even gonna go with likes or dislikes, because forget about this fucking movie. Terrible. The 3 things I took away from this movie was 1, Shailene Woodley went from pretty to hot, but not yet sexy.
She's still growing.
To me, hopefully she's not Mary Jane because she's not that sexy yet. She's hot.
Yeah.
Because she looked hot, but she's not yet like at that point. But then again, that's where I see Mary Jane as. 2, Miles Teller's character sucks. This is probably, I like Miles Teller, but this is not his best acting performance.
No way. He phoned it in.
But this was horrible. I hated his character, but he just played the guy from, what is that, Awkward Moment?
Yeah, just more evil.
He was so much better in Spectacular Now.
Oh, definitely.
And the 3rd thing I took about it, Maggie Q's hot.
Oh, yeah.
For now on, you will call me Micki A.
Micki A. I like
Micki
that.
A and Maggie Q.
Make it happen.
So that's why. Do you want to go with your likes and dislikes?
Nah, I just hated it, man. In the words of Sir Charles Barkley, it was terrible. It was terrible.
You know what else is terrible is my freaking...
Read the book. That's what I'm going with. Read the book. Everyone read the book. It's way better. The action actually made sense. The story made sense. And just do it old school. Just picture it in your mind. Use your imagination, kids.
So other than, what else is terrible is my freaking bracket because it got demolished, but whatever.
I'm still alive. Let's go Florida Gators, baby. Gainesville.
I still got Florida, but, like everything else. Like Michigan lost. What the hell? Arizona lost.
I got Florida going all the way, by the way.
I do. I got it. I think I have it 78 to 62. I think they're going to blow them out. Which is probably not going to happen. But anyways.
I think it's going overtime.
In better news, the thing I feared and hoped for has come true. Disney-owned animation studio Pixar is to produce a sequel to the Oscar-winning animation The Incredibles. More than a decade after Brad Bird's hugely popular tale of a family of retired superhero hit cinemas, Incredibles 2 is already announced and ready to go. Brad Bird's coming back to it. We talked about this. You understand why I feel it's. I hate it. I hate that it's coming, and I love that it's coming, because I hope that it's good.
Yeah, me too.
And I understand that sequels and reboots, remakes, reimaginings cannot take away the value of the original.
Yep.
But I just want this. I don't know. I want it to be good, and the way Pixar's movies with planes and cars, I haven't been too impressed. I did like Monsters University.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
Toy Story 3, and they could do good sequels because Toy Story 2.
No, they obviously could do good movies. It's just Incredibles is if you looked at Pixar, I feel like Incredibles, if you include, you got to include it in like the cornerstone of the foundation of what made it really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Also with this news, I'm just gonna add this too. When asked, Samuel L. Jackson does want to come back and play Frozone. Woman, you got my costume. So that's how I feel about it. I'm so excited. There's nothing really more I can say about it because we didn't get that much news from it. But being it to be confirmed, and we know it's gonna come. Brad Bird's back. He wants to do it. So when you have a great director, already great number one. There's a lot of rumors about who might be the villain.
Yeah.
But I want it to be great. I just hope it doesn't be bad. And Angelo, what do you think about it?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. Has it been too long for the sequel? You know what I'm saying? Am I excited for it? Yes. Incredibles to me is the greatest Pixar movie of all time. one of the greatest Disney movies of all time. But I don't know. Like you said, I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. Hopefully, I hope they do go maybe same timeline. This has been like almost 10 years since the last movie came out. Maybe they should grow up the kids as well.
Well, I think that's what they're gonna do.
Maybe they should have.
But would you want what kind of story would you want? Would you want Mr. Incredible, or do you want it to be like the kids?
I would want it to be the kids.
The kid story,
like maybe a little bit like Taken. They get the parents get.
What's
kidnapped.
the name of the baby?
Jack.
That's the thing. That's another rumor. They're saying that Jack might be the villain in this, which kind of I don't know how's that gonna. See, that's gonna be a good one because it's completely different.
Yeah, that's good. But I think they should. If they're gonna do a sequel, I think they should concentrate on the son, him trying to live up to his dad's name, like the Robin complex for the Batman stories, like Dick Grayson trying to live up to Bruce and all that stuff. I think that's what they should go with, and like whatever he does, they say, "Oh, your dad did it better," or or always asking
something
about
like
his dad.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
But you know the weird thing is, people are just saying this. This is not a rumor. It's like kind of like speculation, kind of like since Marvel is in so Disney own thing. Not saying that like they're gonna throw Marvel characters in there, meaning like they have speaking parts, but like you know how Pixar is, how Pixar is. They might like put a Captain America somewhere that you could see. And remember, this
golden age.
This is animated.
Yeah.
So they could put like Spider-Man somewhere. They could put X-Men somewhere. Like they could hide these little things, or they could have like. By the way, side note: if you guys haven't read it already from Boom Studios, please read Deathmatch. Volume 3 is ready to come out. Great.
Yes,
great movie. I mean, not movie. Comic book. It's a 12-issue series, so you can pick up the trades. Anyways, the reason I say that is they could have like these Marvel character avatars in there. Maybe you have like a Wolverine kind of character, maybe not Wolverine. Things like that. But I feel like if this is going to be a Pixar movie, you might as well throw some of your Marvel favorites in there. Not only you're going to get back the Incredibles back, but you also got to have this little thing with the Avengers, especially if it comes out around 2016, 2017, around there.
Like, I think they should continue with the adult themes from like the first movie.
Yeah, but that's what the Pixar is. They're not kid films. Yeah. They're kid-friendly films.
Yeah, because like the first film dealt with midlife crisis. Being in a suburban home for like 10 years while you live the.
So if they grow up, they're gonna be like they're gonna be grown. Mr. Incredible and Frozen, they're gonna be grown now. Yeah, like not grandpa, but like middle age crisis.
Maybe if they are gonna concentrate on Mr. Incredible for the sequel, maybe he should be the one like telling his kids to stop this life, slow down, have a family. Maybe so there's different ways they could do it, or maybe they'll go the Lethal Weapon route where I'm too old for this shit with Frozone and Mr. Incredible. So.
Well, wait a minute. Samuel L. Jackson is not Donald Glover.
I know.
Nor is he Lawrence Fishburne.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
That's funny. Good segue.
Yeah, but yes. Am I gonna watch The Incredibles 2? Of course I am. Can't wait.
I'm gonna watch it too.
Hopefully the entire cast from the first movie comes back, voice cast, and here we go again.
I'm so excited. All right, guys, that finishes up for what we have to speak on, and now it's time for headlines. So let's get this started.
Yeah.
Badass Digest reports that May 14th is the first shooting date for episode 7 and that the location will be in Morocco with a possible trip to Tunisia. In his piece, Devin Farasse speculates that this means a new film will return to Tatooine, which isn't a bad of a bit speculation to draw out from this shooting info, which is barely really anything since we have no idea who's in the film or, well, confirmed to be in the film.
It is a J.J. Abrams, so secrets.
Not an April Fool's speculation since today is April 1st, but rather one obvious idea to kick around based on 2 recent quotes. The president of WB recently said that we can expect a new DC film series announcement soon. It's not just one film, but a series. While David Goyer, one of the architects of the recent Batman and Superman films, says he's interested in Green Lantern. Great. I guess Goyer is the WB golden child and Green Lantern can reach a new low.
In the words of Daniel Bryan, no.
X-Men Days of Future Past star Hugh Jackman made an appearance on BBC Radio's #1, The Matt Edmondson Show, over the weekend and was talked into performing a song from Wolverine the Musical. The crew of The Edmondson Show wrote up the funny lyrics for the Australian actor to sing. Nothing funny to say because it was really funny, and I actually would pay to see a Wolverine musical.
You gotta send me that video, man.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Also, last headline, The Wrap reported that Peter Dinklage could go from waging war on mutants to waging war on video game characters. The X-Men Days of Future Past actor is in final talks to join Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Josh Gad in Pixels, the Ghostbuster-esque actioneer being directed by Chris Columbus. I'm pretty excited for this, and wow, back-to-back headlines I'm into. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
No. All right, so I guess that wraps it up for headlines. So that kills the clock on what we have to say today. My name is Micki Angeles. You can find me on Twitter and in Instagram at MickCertified.
And my name is Fred Niones, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Fred_N.
For news and updates, check us out on our website, simplyputtalk.com, and all forms of social media. You can find us at Simple Put Talk. Till next time.
Peace out, y'all.